Welcome back, everybody. Red 13, and today, it's just something that's always been passionate, and it's the one thing. Sorry if you're a Packer fan. Every Packer fan I know personally has never flipped out, has never gone crazy when we debate this or talk this. But you go on Twitter and you put that Dez Bryant caught it, and get ready for the venom. I'm not even a Cowboy fan. Not that I dislike them. They're fun to watch. You know, they got great drama. They are a soap opera of sports. But I am not a Cowboys fan. So when you go on there, and even if you say Dez caught it in a discussion or a thread, and Packer fans will come out like snakes and attack. They will call you cowboy lover. They will call you a cowgirl, crybaby. All these things, they don't want to ever talk about it. And I never get, why can't Packer fans just admit it? It's simple. It was a catch. So today we are going to be talking about, real quick, something that has always been passionate to me. I know it's over. I know it's in the past, but hey, that's what makes football, sports in general, fun, right? Coming back and talking about these subjects that have been long forgotten for. I mean, on this show, this channel, we do fantasy football when it's mostly in fantasy season, but you will find things. But mostly we talk about anything that's happening in sports now, past, present, anything where we want to talk about what's going on. And this thing will always be with me, and that is the Dez Bryant catch. I can tell you exactly where I was. Some people maybe saw highlights, whatever the case may be. I was at the park that day. I knew the game was on, and I was recording it, and I was like, you know what? I'll check it out afterwards. I got my two kids, 5 and 3, my youngest two at the time. We're at the park. We go to Red Robin, and of course the game is on. So now I'm like, oh man, the game's on. I see the score. It's the fourth quarter, and they're going for it. And as they drive and they get to that fourth down, I can't remember if it was 4th and 10, 4th and 11. It was fourth down. They call the play. Dez goes up. As he jumps up and gets airborne, Shields does bump it. He does bump the ball jaw as he gets his two hands on it. But what's comical is as Dez catches it at the height of it, and as he readjusts and pulls it in, he takes 1, 2, 3. Not 1, not 2, not 3, as you know, LeBron's big on this channel. He took 3 steps, and I've had people to my face to this day, even if you show the video, they'll say, no way, that wasn't 3 steps. I had the guy the day it happened, one of my friends lives in Michigan, and we were discussing, big Chiefs fan. He didn't even have a dog in the fight. And we were talking, I was like, dude, how did they say Dez didn't catch that? And he's like, oh, he didn't. And I go, what? How did you think he didn't catch that? Are we not looking at the same thing? And he goes, no, he didn't catch it. He only had like one and a half steps. The ball got popped loose when he came. And I said, no, dude, you did not see it. Because watching it live and over again, and I'm trying not to, I screamed when he caught it in Red Robin, and when they took it away, I screamed again in disbelief. And he even said, no way, it's 3 steps, you're crazy. Well, it's been years. You can count it on YouTube. In fact, we'll have a clip of it right here. You will see that he goes up, height of the jump, lands, 1, 2, the 3rd step as he turns. Now, the rule, we got the rule right here. Now, also, almost everyone knows, unless you are buried your head and you have not followed the NFL, you're not a big NFL fan, they have admitted it now, saying it is a catch. But people have said, oh, no, they're admitting nowadays it would be a catch because it is a football move. Okay, I get it, the football move. I'm so glad they put that in. It's still inconsistent. If you've ever seen, who was the tight end for the Steelers who should have had that touchdown and they pulled it away? Even now, they can't even get it 100% correct. But they called a football move, and the refs had admitted, yes, but they've also admitted that it would have been a catch even then, right? That it should have been a catch. But Packer fans don't want to hear it. They just want to slang, dirt, mud, and insult you. And that's the worst thing. That's when you know you got them. Just admit it. My teams have made mistakes. The refs have given my teams chances where they shouldn't have. I mean, go back, ask the Saints. Do you think they got hosed against the Rams? Heck yes. But Ram fans will tell you, yes, that was a bad call. They'll also tell you about the Jared Goff missed face mask, but that's irrelevant. They missed the call. The Saints should have lined up, most likely kicked the field goal and made that Super Bowl. You know, there are missed calls frequently. But at least with the Raiders and the Patriots, as we go back, the Raiders, that did happen. If you actually check the story, the backstory in that happened in New England that year against the Jets, where there was the tuck rule. Now, they changed it just like this catch rule. The problem I've always had with the Dez Bryant is that he took 1, 2, 3. Now we know the elbow and the knee both count as 2 feet. And as the 3rd step came and he pivots, he lands on the elbow first. Let's go over the rules. Rule 1, Player going to the ground in the act of catching a pass. So, it's the act of catching the pass. Dez Bryant goes up, catches it, is pulling it down to take 1 or 2 steps. If he falls on that first step or second step and the ball pops loose, it's not a catch. We've seen that. We've seen it at the sidelines. Great tippy-toe catch. They fall down, ball pops loose. Not a catch. I agree. But Dez does not turn and drop it. It does not get poked out. Had he just taken the 2 steps and then maybe it hit the ground and it fell out, okay, I could see that argument. I would still feel like, you know what, he had it. He had possession on the turn. But he does a 3rd step, then the elbow. So that is technically, elbow counts as 2 feet. That's 5 equivalent steps. And the ball was in possession. We could say, what if he just did this and fell, right? Didn't even reach the elbow. Just did that. It's a catch. He didn't. It's a catch. My point is, he already took the amount of steps. It's not even a football move at this point. Let's look at one of the other rules. If the ball touches the ground, which it did, right, when he lands and he reaches, the ball does touch the ground. If the ball touches the ground after the player secures control of it, look at that video, watch it, every different angle. Does it ever look like he secures and has control of it? The only time he doesn't is when he goes to the top of the jump, and as he's coming down, Shields bobbles it, it spins, and then he's got both hands on it again. That is control. And as he shifts, he switches. He doesn't try to fumble, bobble. He switches the hand, pivots, reaches, and he's holding it, and the elbow's got it. At all times, at all that time, he has 100% control of the ball. So the own rule, they almost contradict themselves even back then. If the ball touches the ground after the player secures control of it, it is a catch. So even at that time, not even the making a football move, even at that time, that was a catch. You cannot convince me otherwise. Now, you could be on the other side saying, this guy's an idiot. You can't convince me otherwise. That's fine. That means you're denying what your eyes are seeing. Every time I get in a discussion with this, whether it's a Packer fan or not, it's always the same thing. It's, oh, at that time it wasn't a catch. These rules I just read you were the rules at that time. They're not the new ones where it's a football move. Yes, Dez made a football move, but it's not the football move in a 2-step process. It's not an elbow down with the football move. We could talk about this for hours. I'm obviously not going to, and some people probably don't even care. But if you were on my side, you do care, and stick to your guns. It is a catch. They even made a commercial about it. Dez, the post-game interview says it all. He clearly says everything he says. Look at the video where it goes like sounds on the field. He's telling the ref right afterwards, I was reaching for the end zone. He already had possession. It wasn't a bobble as he's reaching. 100%. So Dez caught it. That's a fact. The eyes do not lie. In the end, though, if you want to, I'm just saying that he did catch and the refs made the wrong call. They made the wrong decision. They went with the wrong play. But in the end, it is an incomplete pass. On the stat sheet, if you did not visually see the game, it's an incomplete pass. Tony Romo threw an incomplete pass. The Cowboys lost the game because of an incomplete pass. The refs might have called it one way. Go ask the guy who threw the no-hitter, the last perfect game that was taken on the 28th or the 27th out when he should have been out and he called it safe. We all, diehard fans will sit there and tell you, oh, it was a no-hitter. It was a perfect game. The umpire blew the call. But in the end, it's not. He got one guy who got on base because of a mistake. So I'm not saying that it was a catch. I'm saying Dez caught it, the refs blew it, and even their own rule states he had possession. He showed possession. And when he hit that ground and it bobbled by his reach, that doesn't mean it's not completing the whole process. So let me know, weigh in on this, give a like, give a subscribe, and if you didn't like it, give a like, give a subscribe. Look for more sports topics. I will always be talking sports. I love this. Please let me know. I know a lot, and when it comes to MJ and LeBron, I get all kinds of great and negative comments. I welcome them. I'm always up. That's what it is. It's about debate. Let me know what side of the fence you are with Dez Bryant, and talk to you guys later. Peace.